Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and today I want to share a few of my personal journals that I have completed that are all of my art style of journals. So these journals differ to my yearly journals. I kind of journal in two ways. I either have big journals like this with multiple signatures, and these are what I journal in for my yearly journals, where I just record the milestones from the year and the major memories and things like that. And then the other type of journal that I regularly make for myself is actually like the complete opposite. It's a smaller journal, single signature, and I don't know, for some reason this is just the size that suits me for the art journal style. This was the very first one that I made. It's got this beautiful floral fabric. I think it's just so sweet. And basically, I just used the book ends, you know, those end papers of books for all of the pages. So I collected enough to be able to bind in all those book page ends. And yeah, I love how it turned out. And they're some of my favorite pages to use, like the vintage end papers of books. And it just really inspired me, those types of pages. So I wanted to keep this and use it for me. And it was my very first art journal that I ever kept in this style. And I started it in 2022, finished it in 2023. And it was just there for whenever I wanted to use it, to put something down. And I loved using a bit of paint and stickers and ephemera, book page, washi tape, just anything, pens and Tombow dual brush pens and die cuts and vellum, you know, so I even tried drawing a little bit there, and photos, of course, gotta love photos. And I love including things that are like this, the transparent type pages, like vellum, tracing paper, stamp paper, tissue paper. I love how it looks like that. That's so cool. And I basically use this journal to tell some stories from my life. There's the willow tree that Willowbound Journals is named after. Got a bit of doily here. And it's just like notes to self and memories I wanted to record and stories from my life that I wanted to document. And yeah, I love decorating this page with these stickers, washi stickers. That was one of my favorite rolls of washi tape. I would definitely love that again if I could possibly find that. It was wonderful. Keanu, of course, I think he features in every one of my journals. You know, this one I wrote about an answered prayer, and this one is a bit of a collage, and I just had fun. There was no sort of rhyme or reason to it. I just had fun, and this page in particular was very significant. So I made this journal, and this was the very first page that I did in this journal, right in the middle, and it became the inspiration for a page in my book, Lamp in Dark Places. Let me just find that page right here so you can see how I used this page as inspiration. You see, there's the stapled bit of music paper. That's my version of drawing that as inspiration. That's my version of drawing that. And there's that bit of doily there, and the same types of papers in the background. I just covered it over with some paint in this version for the book. And this, it was so significant. I was, struggling a little bit at this time, and my creative outlet, I didn't have one back then at this time, because I felt like I didn't know how to express myself at this time. And it was also about the time when I made a bit of a shift from doing journal with me videos on my channel to no longer sharing those videos on my channel, because what I found was I journal differently when the camera is rolling, and it doesn't feel the same. When I journal, it's supposed to be therapeutic and for my well-being and to let everything out on the page. And when I was filming it, I don't know, I felt like I had to edit myself, and I put a filtered version of myself on the pages. So I made the decision to not film junk journal with me episodes anymore. Of course, if I felt inspired, I did, but for the majority of the time, I just journaled for myself. And this was the beginning of just journaling for my eyes only. And it did wonders for my well-being, helped me connect with myself again. And yeah, so art journaling and collage was really my way to get back to myself during that time. And so this journal is very, very significant to me. It very, very meaningful because of that. It started that journey of helping me get back to myself. And it's just very random, very eclectic. It's just random stories, random memories in here, random bits of things that I wanted to record at the time. And yeah, I love how it turned out. Not as a beautiful masterpiece or anything like that. It's pretty scrappy and raw and all that kind of thing, but it's authentic. That's what I like about this. It's real and raw and authentic and reflects exactly what I wanted to put down at the time I sat down at my desk. So that was the beginning of the journey. And then I loved that so much, I kept making journals in this sort of style. What I mean by that is the smaller size. I just found that it was less intimidating for me to do the art journaling style in a smaller size. And I feel like, I don't know, when it's a bigger page, I feel like a pressure to make it look good. With these, I'm not caring about making it look good. This one I did a collage on the cover and put tissue paper over the top. And this one I actually did for Messy May. This was the first time that I did Messy May with Kaylee Gray and Get Messy Art. And I just followed the prompts and I sort of did some of my own pages as well. And then some of these pages turned out to be pages in my book as well, like this one and this one. Where is that? So that was the inspiration for this, a page about using the things, using little snippets of my favorite pieces. So very significant journal as well, because this little journal helped inspire some of my book pages. Okay, this page inspired another page in my book, which is one of my favorites. Let's see if I can find it easily enough. All right. So, where are you? This one. I just loved this so much that I sort of repeated it here. See? There's the blue metallic paint and the dots of alcohol ink, and then that's what I did on top of it. So, yeah, like I said, these journals were just very significant for me, very meaningful, and makes me happy to look at it. Makes me really happy to look at it. Like, look at that page. Some of these pages could actually be pages in my next book. And it's very different to my normal style, right? Like very scrappy, very messy, but it just freed me up and helped me. You know, like I love stapling little snippets. This page became, so this was one of my own pages. It wasn't a prompt for Messy May or anything, but it became the page for this one. See, look at that. that was the inspiration. But this was just a page that I wanted to do to, you know, that's what I wanted to document at that time. So this is another one that features in my book. It's kind of fun to see where the initial inspiration came from. All right, let's see if I can find that one. It's like I know the order of my book, so I can roughly get to where those pages are. Nope. There it is. Yeah. The Lonely Flowers. That came from this. So, yeah. Love, love, love these journals. That's one of my favorite pages in this journal, actually. I love that. This one is the inspiration behind the page that is the chapter title for here. See that? Look at that. Very, very cool. All right. Keep on flipping through. And that is that journal. Now, the next one I did was this tiny little mini one. I just love the blue butterfly. It's one of my symbols. So I had kept this and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to use it. I was thinking of selling it and putting it up in my shop. But then one night I just was inspired to go fill this up, and I filled it up in about 3 hours or so, 3 or 4 hours. I was just on a roll and in the mood for expressing myself on the page. And then this is a similar one I did at the same time. But this one I did for a course with Colleen Atara called Lost and Found, and it sort of was an inspiration behind my new course, which is the Altered Book course. So I want to do something a bit similar with the cover, but I'm combining my favorite parts that really spoke to me here and adapting them to suit my own journaling style with my new course. But these two, I'm going to do a flip through of these on my Patreon, just because these ones have some very personal things in here. So yeah, if you'd like to see a flip through of these, you can click the link down below in the description box to my Patreon, and that's where you get access to all my other videos, things like this. So if there's anything like more personal, that I just feel safer only sharing with patrons, then that goes over there. For example, I do share some videos of my face over there, and like some updates and behind the scenes things. Often when I do the journal making series videos, I'll also talk about what's happening in my life, what's going on as well, that kind of thing. So yeah, I will be sharing these over there. But one more journal that I'll share here is this one that was for the free course that I did this year, the Faith Art Journal course, where we replaced the negative thoughts that we have, the lies that swirl around in our head, with I am statements. And I chose I am statements from scriptures, and it's sort of in that same art journal style, collage based, very cool. And this is sort of my kind of style of journaling, which I'm combining with the Reflections Intentional Life course with this journal. So I really loved this one as well. If you want to take the faith course, that's free anytime on my channel. And yeah, the inspiration for this, as you can see, was these journals, and I made this journal the same way I made this one, doing a collage in the background, adding tissue paper over the top and sewing around the edges. And in this free course, I even show how to make this journal from start to finish as well. So those are my 3 small art journals. And then this one I call my mini. It's the smallest journal that I have. And then this one as well, which is a little bit more advanced, using a book cover, an altered book cover. So yeah, I love them all. And if you would like to see the flip through of these 2 journals, then you can head on over to my Patreon, where they will be up for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who are supporting me in the month of December. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate you so much and couldn't do what I do without you. If you would like to become a patron, there is a link down below in the description box. And when you become a patron, you are supporting Willowbound Journals and this channel. And you also get access to extra videos. So the journal making series each month. If you're a Ruby patron, you get access to every printable kit from my Etsy right there over Patreon, including a new kit each month. Going up the tiers, there are mail tiers where you get sent mail to you. The highest tier is the journal tier, where you get a journal sent to you each month. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check that out. You can also become a member or buy me a coffee to support this channel if you would like.